Hey everybody, welcome back to Learn How to Paint in Acrylics. My name is Michael Pickett and I'll be your instructor. Well, today's lesson will be a remake of a cheetah that I did in January of 2012. Well, let's go to my studio and I'll show you how it's done. I'll see you there.
Starring Cheetah. Because it takes a long time to do a painting, the lesson was put in fast motion and narrated. We finished up the drawing of the cheetah. We're going to get plenty of water and a little bit of burnt sienna, and we're going to create a wash to cover that whole canvas. Take a men's cotton sock and lightly wipe the paint to the point to where you can see the drawing. We'll use our black and our zero brush, and we'll paint in the eyes black. And then we'll paint the strip of fur going down the corners of the eyes to around the nose. And then we'll fill in the nostrils with black. We'll put in all the spots. We're putting in the spots alongside of her face. Put more spots on the left-hand side. We're going to paint in the eyes using the zero brush, a yellow, white, and black. Now we're going to fill it in. And now we're going to add some more white along the iris. Now we'll get some white and some yellow and we'll mix it down below. And we're going to add the pupil. The pupil will go towards the top and we'll blend it in. We don't want to make it really bright because it's in the shadowed part of the face. We add some blue and white together and we'll make the reflection of light between the pupil and the iris. A little bit along the corner of the eye where it's wet. Now we use black and white, create a gray, and we're going to place that on top of her nose and fill that in. Now we're going to work on the front of her nose and fill that in. Get all that filled in, and once we get that filled in, we're going to create a blue wash, a little bit of ultramarine blue and plenty of water. We're going to make a wash over the entire face. Up around the head, down into the body, get our black with our number 0 brush, and we're going to put in more spots along her body. And then we'll add a little black on top of her lips. And we will add more black into the nostrils. We'll kind of detail that up a little bit. Now we'll go to the forehead and we'll add dots. Be sure to look at the photograph to see where the pattern is to put in the dots. And get the dots all filled in. Now we use our number 2 brush, burnt sienna, and we will lightly put that in towards the top of the head and around the ears. We'll just add a little bit of white with it. Just make it nice and warm. On her chest, underneath her chin. Okay, we fill that all in around the head and in the ears. Now we're going to continue on with our number 2 brush and white. We're going to take our white and we're going to lightly dab towards the top of the nose, in the middle part of the nose. We're going to bring it down to her cheek. Right underneath the nose. And over to the left side. On the left side, next to her eye, now over onto the right side, next to her eye. And we'll just bring it down. And we'll blend in around the nose, down by her mouth, and now her chin. Outline the chin there with some white. There we go. Now we're just taking our brush and dabbing it up and down, and that will create a soft fur-like texture. And we get some white and we'll put underneath the right eye. and down a little bit alongside the black line. And we're going to go around the dots that are on the lower part of this third base. Continue to add more white there underneath her chin. Now we'll go to the other side and go ahead and fill it in towards the side of her face. We'll fill that in. Now we'll add a little bit of white underneath her nose. We'll get some white and we'll fill in underneath her eye on the left side and right down alongside the black line. And we'll bring it over more to the left, and then we'll work our way down. We'll go around the black spots. We'll put some more white under her chin. And we'll bring it over more to the right. We'll work on her forehead. We'll add some burnt sienna for her eyebrows. We'll work towards the center of her forehead. Frame in around both eyes there on the top. It's kind of like putting makeup on her. There she goes. We'll take some white and we'll dab it on top of her right eye. We'll take more white and we'll dab it up onto her left eye. She's a pretty cheetah. Over to the left edge of the face, we will fill in around the dots and we'll come down towards the body. Continue filling in all the dots there. Alongside of her face. Under her chest, we're using white with a little bit of blue and burnt sienna. We'll work around her chin and a little bit on her lips. Then we'll move over to the right side and we'll get a little more white and we'll brighten up the bottom part of her chin and make that stand out more. And from the top of her eye, we'll start there. We'll add some more white and around all the dots on top of her forehead. We'll brighten that up some, make it look round. Now we'll move over to the right side of her face, around those dots. Now we'll work our way down into the body, going around all the patterns of the dots and kind of going back and forth sporadically throughout the whole painting to where we need to put the white in around the dots. Basically, we're just getting all those all filled in. Now we'll work on the ears. We'll put in the mixture of blue and burnt sienna first to create a dark gray, and we'll go ahead and fill in the ears, both on the right and then the left. And then we will add a little more burnt sienna and white. We will highlight those ears. And we'll go alongside of the face with burnt sienna and white. And a little bit of burnt sienna on the forehead, on her chest, on her eyes, just kind of all over the place. Okay, we're going to do some reflective light on our nose. We're going to get our number 0 brush, and then we're going to add a little bit of dot here and there to reflect light off our nose. Okay, we're going to make a blue wash with some white. It's mostly white, and we're going to fill in the top part of the background. The whole background is going to be white, but it's going to be a kind of a cooler white. We'll add a little bit of burnt sienna with that white and blue. Okay, we'll go around the ear. Now we're going to lighten up around the spots with our number 10 brush. We're going to take that same color of paint that we used in our background, the top part. Now we're going to fill in along her body. We're going to lighten up around the spots using our number 10 brush, blue and white, with a touch of burnt sienna in it. We're going to create the fine line details with burnt sienna, then the black and white. detail around the eyes and around the left eye. Around the right eye. Now with the zero brush, you're going to get some black, and then you're going to freshen up those black dots around the body and the face. Add some more black in there. Okay, we're going to freshen up those dots on the top of her forehead. Now we're going to get some burnt sienna and white, and then we're going to put the fur over the top of the background to make it look like fur. We'll place the fur in over the background from the top of the head, and we'll place a few more spots. Then we'll go around the ears doing the same thing, and the body. We'll fluff up the white that's right above her eyes, and add some more white to fluff up her forehead a little bit more. Add a little more white coming down along her neck. And right along her chest. And right over to the left side of her body and face. There we go. We add yellow and white together, and we'll put in sunlight reflecting off the fur onto the right side, and then a little bit on the left. And a touch of warm white just within our face. I'm going to add some more black spots there. Alright, we get those all filled in. Use your zero brush and white with a little more water, make it kind of soupy, and then we'll put in those fine lines to create her whiskers. We're working on the left side. We get those whiskers filled in. Now we'll go on the right side, and we'll get those whiskers filled in. There we go. And getting those last details, last fine lines. Okay, we'll get our number 10 brush and white, and then we will soften around the edges around the whole portrait. Now we'll sign our painting. After the painting's signed, go ahead and paint the edges of the canvas black. This is only optional. There she is, Cheetah.
Back, and that's how you do a painting of a cheetah. Well, until next time, you guys have a wonderful day and happy painting. Hello, welcome to Learn How to Paint in Acrylics. My name is Michael Pickett and I'll be your instructor. Let's go to my studio and I'll show you how it's done. I'll see you there.